This here is a review for May 31st. First of all, here is Regions Financial. Regions Financial opened up, pushed slightly above the level I was watching, but did not trigger me into a trade, thankfully. As you can see, it sold off all day long. All the banks got hit pretty hard today, so I avoided that loss. This was no entry here. Next up here is Applied Materials, was the breakout pattern I was looking for. It did put in a very interesting candle here at highs, did put in a new all-time high, very low volume, just implies at the very least that there is not any serious conviction on this day. We'll keep this on my watch, and I'm going to be keeping it on my screens tomorrow too for a potential move above. Nothing really told me that it's being rejected, just that there was not enough conviction for it to continue higher yet. Now, it did not trigger me in on the opening price here. I was away from my computer for this hammer here and was not able to take a trade in that point. Once it broke back above my trend line over here, got a decent fill, stop loss just below it, and rode the price up as far as I could. Once it failed to hold above the previous highs of the opening range, was my trigger to get out, and it sold off pretty much the rest of the day from that point on, I believe. Next up here is K, the letter K, Kellogg. Gave it a nice opening 5-minute hammer candle. Good setup here for a trigger just above. Support entry. Didn't put. I don't like to put my orders in just because I have a support there. I want to see confirmation. In this case, confirmation was a hammer candle and a break above. Gave it a decent looking fill. Rode it up as far as I could and took it out. Left a little bit on the table, but that's okay. I'm happy with that position. Next up here was Mdlz, Mdlz. Gapped down below the wedge I was watching and got a very quick fill once it came back up into the range. This is more of a speculation trade, and I had my stop just below the VWAP here, so allowed for a very tight risk-reward ratio, and closed out on a trail stop below this wick right here. Almost trailed me out right here, but there was no break below, so nothing to do at that point. Did keep it on my watch for later on, as it found support at the 8 period moving average and the VWAP. Break above this trend triggered me into a second trade and rode it up to where you see here, 48.668. Once it failed to hold above this level right here. Next up here, actually I believe that's all of them. There were 4 winning trades, 3 of them only hammers, and 1 did not trigger today.